Wake up, wake up, wake up. You guys are officially on the Wake Up and Smell the Coffee show, Infinity TV. I am your host, Missy Recycle, also known as Chantel. I'm here today basically to talk to you guys about a serious topic, okay? Just recently, we all know that there was a storm in Buffalo and we lost a lot of people, all right? And shortly after that, the football player gets hurt, right? So now once the football player gets hurt, he's being highlighted. I'm seeing memes about him, oh, get well soon and blah, 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 right? Okay, which is fine. I have no problem with that. Okay, he got hurt. We're asking that but it just took the attention off of what really happened, about the fatalities, about the people who got killed, who froze in their house, who froze in their cars, okay, who froze outside, y'all, on the sidewalk in the middle of the street. And the snow plows are coming along, from what I'm hearing, and just sweeping these people up, okay? They're taking them to the morgue, and they are not announcing any more deaths. So as it stands, it has been 39 deaths, okay, in the city of Buffalo due to this storm, all right? Due to the mayor actually shutting down the emergency service system. But if y'all peep game, he went and got those people who robbed Family Dollar and all those other stores, the looters, quote unquote. He lifted up that emergency service to go and get those looters, but he did not lift the service to go check on people, to at least bring them blankets, some food, something, take them to a safe haven. Nothing. He left us to die, okay? Just like he did with the massacre that occurred at Tops. If y'all don't know that he set that up, then y'all crazy, okay? The security guard was building a steam engine, all right? Built a steam engine, all right? We have geniuses in Buffalo, and they know it, and they're trying to tap into our talent, steal our intellectual property, and if you don't give it to them, then that's what they'll do. They'll kill you. So I wouldn't be surprised if we lost a lot more geniuses in this incident that just occurred, okay? So now, I say that to say this. I'm thinking to myself like, dang, this man has been mayor for a very long time, okay? And his whole tenure, he's just been disrespecting us, okay? He's been dogging us out. He's not for us. He works for the mob. Period, point blank. Bill's Mafia. That's who he works for. Ding. That's why they're highlighting the gentleman that got hurt, all right, during the game. Now, mind you, Sabres game just came along, right? During the storm, they cleared downtown out so that the people can go to the Sabres game, but they didn't come and clear out our streets, all right? So now you guys have to really, really just dig deep down inside, right? And just try to figure out what's going on. I warned you a long time ago, but it's okay. Some people got it, some people didn't. But guess what? God has the last say, and this man needs to go to jail for what he did, okay? He left us out in the cold to freeze to death on purpose. People died in their houses because they lost electricity. Due to that, they lost their heating, they lost their water. So that could have been the reason why a lot of the people were out there looting. Hello, Mr. Mayor. They were out of resources that they should have had, but you denied them emergency services. You shut down there were only two places that people can go to get warm, all right? They got shut down because the power went out, right? And they didn't have a backup generator. How you gonna be a warming station, right? Supposed to rescue people in a storm and you don't have a backup generator. Come on, y'all, make it make sense, because it's not making no sense to me. It doesn't make sense. So now I'm going down a list of all the things that he has done disrespectfully to us. The Buffalo Billions, okay? This, that, so I found that article, y'all, that's gonna break it down for y'all, all right? from top to bottom what this man has been doing to us and what we have been allowing him to get away with. He needs to go to jail. He needs to lose his seat, and somebody else needs to step in. And who would that be? We don't know, because we don't even have a deputy mayor. Who is the deputy mayor? The last I know, it was a white woman by the name of Betsy something, and now she's no longer there. She left because she saw all the scandal that was going on, and she didn't want to be a part of it. So now we don't even have a deputy mayor. So if we do get rid of Byron, who's going to take his place? Think about that. So while y'all thinking about that, I want y'all to listen to this article, okay? Because I love investigative posts, baby. It did my job for me. I can't make this shit up, all right? And I'm not the only one saying this. So kapow, here you go.
Is Byron Brown the worst man in America?
Yeah.
Published by Investigative Post. If only the city's response to the blizzard was his only snafu. But Brown's 17 years in office have been marred by bad judgment, misplaced priorities, and a series of bad decisions. Byron Brown's incompetency as mayor has been on full display since the blizzard hit last Friday. The city was unprepared to handle what was coming or clean up when the snow and wind finally relented.
Now that part was appalling to me, because how are we not going to be prepared for the storm when we are the land of the snow? Okay, we get storms every freaking year, all right? And okay, this may be the worst storm, but you know that it's possible. He knows that it's possible for these storms to get bad like this. Remember the Skyway? People got stuck out there, and they had a plan that they were supposed to set in place to come and rescue the people if that was to ever happen, to at least distribute food and blankets and get them to a safe haven. They did none of that. Instead of doing that, they shut down on us and left us to fend for ourselves. It was about survival of the fittest, y'all. Listen.
No snow removal plan that contemplated a blizzard. Not enough plows and drivers. Too few warming centers, 2 of which had to close because when their power failed they lacked backup generators. No plan to police vulnerable commercial districts. The list goes on. Lots of common folks have been grumbling about the city's ineptitude and the mayor's insensitive, self-serving, I told you so remarks.
Speaking of that, he made a tweet, okay, about this football player that got injured. Get well soon. We're praying for you. And I didn't see a tweet about the people who lost their lives. 39 people so far. But he did mention on the news that they are not going to release any more names of the victims who died, all right? And that's because they're embarrassed. They're embarrassed of that number count, which he ought to be, all right? He ought to be embarrassed, and he ought to be penalized for it. And that's real talk. Take a listen.
Erie County Executive Mark Polenkars amplified their discontent at a press conference Wednesday. The mayor's not going to be happy to hear about it, but storm after storm after storm after storm, the city, unfortunately, is the last one to be opened, and that shouldn't be the case, the county executive said. It's embarrassing, to tell you the truth.
Very.
We will do what it takes in the future to ensure that our community is open as quickly as possible, Polenkars said.
Straight up.
If that means we have to hire more trucks and get more contractors and bring in more people to handle an area that Erie County has never been responsible for, we'll do it.
Why? Make
I just don't want to see this anymore. I'm sick of it. Good for the county executive. It needed to be said. Fact is, this is just the latest example of Brown's incompetence. It's been 17 years and counting.
17 years, y'all.
Donate to support our nonprofit newsroom.
How long is
Contributions of up to $1,000 made by December 31st will be matched.
Killing us off slowly. And if y'all
The
know
mayor has
anything
been
like
in over his
murder
head
by
since
numbers,
he took office.
this is the year.
He mismanaged city finances as soon as the control board gave him full reign a decade ago, inheriting $166 million in reserve funds and blowing through the money in just 7 years.
7 years.
He refused to raise property taxes to keep pace with inflation and has overseen runaway spending on police and fire while starving many other city departments for resources.
Our
Only
department.
federal COVID aid has saved the city from financial ruin for
Did
the
y'all hear
time
that?
being.
Did y'all hear that? Due to federal funding being distributed to this city, that is the only reason why we are still surviving. So if it wasn't for the COVID, listen, we would be further in debt. This man had control over, what, $100 million or some like that. Okay, where the money at? Come on now, where the money at? Where the HUD money at? BMHA, he had control over that. Come on, man, where the HUD money at? I feel you, yo. I feel you, Mac. Where the HUD money at? Because he has it. He has control over all the money. Listen, these people know what he's doing, and they're allowing him to do it too, so they're just as guilty. And the only thing that I can tell y'all to do, y'all, is to stop crying out to them and start crying out to God. Start crying out to Judah, all right? Because that's the only way that these people are going to be penalized. They need to be judged for what they're doing. They need to be judged. And the only way that they're going to be judged, y'all, is if we cry out for their judgment. So I'm asking y'all, listen, they say 2 or more in agreement. 2 or more coming together is a congregation, right? So that means it's 2 or more in agreement to what is being said in the room and what is being prayed over, all right? So I'm asking y'all, if y'all are in agreement with me, all right? If y'all feel as though we need to cry out to Judah, and if you feel as though they need their judgment, then, man, listen, I ask you to touch the screen in agreement with me today, baby. Touch the screen. Touch the screen in agreement with me today, okay? Yes, we're going to touch it. I'm touching it. I'm touching it. I'm touching it. We're going to touch this screen in agreement today, okay? And we're going to ask that God judge these people. We're going to ask that God judge this man. Send him to jail. Make him pay for what he has done to us. That's the only way. Because we can't run to the government, Pharaoh, asking Pharaoh to change his ways. God had to make Pharaoh change his ways. Something had to happen to Pharaoh in order for Pharaoh to change his ways. So the only way that that's going to happen, you guys, is if we pray unto Judah, y'all. I'm asking y'all to pray. 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 Pray for the people who died in this storm. Pray for the people who's still out there that they're not naming. They're not releasing any more names, y'all. That means they hiding something. So that means your family member could be missing right now, y'all. We can't find them. We can't find them. Right? They're in a morgue somewhere, and they're being hidden off, not being basically revealed to their family that they're even there. All right? And that's sad. And that's, you know, it brings tears to my eyes. I'm telling y'all, like, it really does. And I'm telling y'all, I'm crying to God. I'm going to cry to God on behalf of these people. And I ask y'all to cry unto God with me. Cry unto Judah, because these people need to be judged. They need to be judged. Byron W. Brown, I'm asking that the God that I know, the God that's above all gods, judges you. Pastor Pritchard, I'm asking that God judge you for all of the wrong that you guys are doing to the people in my community. Your toxic lands, your toxic waters, your toxic drugs, your toxic friends, letting them come in and just rape our children. And guess what? It's only gonna last but for so long. It's only gonna last, and your time is up. Your time is up. I'm asking God to judge you, and I'm asking for the people who are in agreement with me, who knows that these people need to be judged. You ask for their judgment too, because the only person who's going to change something around here right about now is God, and that's who we need to be crying out to. Ain't no more crying out to Caesar. Ain't no more crying out to Pharaoh, meaning the government. Ain't no more crying out to them, y'all. They're the reason why we in this mess. So do you really think they're going to get us out of it? The only person that's going to get us up out of this mess is the Most High God. So I advise you guys to start praying unto him, crying unto him, asking for what you want, demanding what you need, and he's going to deliver it to you, baby. I'm a witness. And I'm asking that these people be judged. I'm asking, Lord forbid any of my family missing. Woo! Lord forbid any of my family get caught up in this mess. It's really going to be some drama, okay? But God got it. God got it, baby. The drama going to come from the Lord, because the more I pray, the harder I pray, the harder it's going to hit them. Believe that. The harder you pray, the harder it's going to hit them. So if you have any faith in God, whoever you believe in, you ask your God to judge those people who are harming you. and he will judge them. And I'm asking that you do that on behalf of these people who lost their lives unnecessarily. This was all unnecessary, y'all. And like I said, if y'all know anything about death by numbers, then you would know that this is the year of the massacre, okay? You have January, right? 2023. I want y'all to add that up. 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 times 3 is 6. Now that 1 plus 2, you got your 3. And then 2 times 3 is 6. You got your 3, 6 murder by numbers right there. And I learned that from my homegirl, So Madame. I watch her all the time and I listen to a lot of her bills. And you know, a lot of times people might think people crazy, but nah. It ain't nothing about being crazy. They murder by numbers. And this is the year of murder, right? This is the year of assassination. And Byron started it off. He started it off. This was all a ritual, baby. This is why he shut it down like that. This wasn't by mistake. They working for a different power, baby. And it ain't of God, right? I already told y'all Buffalo is Babylonia. Buffalo is Babylonia. You better know it. You better look at that building over there. What is it, the train station building? It looks just like the Babylon building. It looks just like Babylon, okay? So y'all think about it. Man, it's a Masonic city. If you go downtown, you'll see the statue that they tried to put a tree in front of to block. It is the Masonic leader, all right? They built that city off of the Masonic order, and he is a part of it. And I'm asking you guys to ask God to judge him, judge those people from the top to the bottom. He let that man get away with molesting our children. Y'all know who I'm talking about, Antoine Diggs. He let that man get away with molesting our children, and he was probably molesting them with him. Byron, Pridgeon, and all of them too. You got the other one, Kiana, whoever he is. And he moved out of town. He wasn't crazy. He got himself away from that mess. Probably in another city doing the same thing to some other children. But guess what? That's our fault for putting our children under these people's hands in their community centers and things like that. That's open arms, open sesame for them to molest you. Molest your children. You know what I'm saying? Kenny Simmons, he are Masonic. All right? All these pastors, most of them are Masonic. I ain't gonna say all of them. I'm gonna say most, because most of them are. Okay? You got your Mount Olive Baptist Church, Gillison, yeah, Masonic. These people need to be judged, y'all, because they all in cahoots. Y'all know they got a little church community going on with the government. They all in cahoots with each other. Listen, so I'm telling y'all, this was all planned. This was all planned, y'all. And I'm asking y'all, give me your hand, please. These people need to be judged, and I'm asking that you come into agreement with me today that these people are judged, y'all. Ask the Most High to judge these people for all of the wrong that they have done to us. In the Most High's name, thank you for everything that you have done for us. Amen.